prior engagements. I would still like to start my address with Mr. Chairman, Dr. Chandra also. Director Administration, Sri Varanankara, Nirakar Babu, who had contacted me for this. Directors, deans, principals of all wings, faculty members of all wings, dear students, on this auspicious International Women's Day and week celebration, a very good morning to you all. Very happy to be here. Well, actually, good afternoon to you all. I find that my age is getting after me. It is not morning, it is afternoon, okay. Now, first of all, a question was raised about Hejmadi. It's my married name, my husband's surname. And on this International Women's Day, this time they have extended it to a week. But they realized that just celebration of one day is not enough for issues on women. And every year they choose a theme depending on what is happening at the time and what is necessary to uplift the women in general in the international scale. The theme for International Women's Day is Digit All, Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. This theme is aligned with the priority theme for the upcoming 67th session of the Commission on Status of Women. This is to spotlight the importance of protecting the rights of women and girls in digital spaces and addressing online and ICT facilitated gender-based violence. Bringing women and other marginalized groups into technology results in more creative solutions and has greater potential for innovations that meet women's needs and promote gender equality. Unfortunately, the opportunities of the digital revolution also present a risk of perpetuating existing patterns of gender inequality. Growing inequalities are becoming increasingly evident in the context of digital skills and access to technologies, with women being left behind as a result of this digital gender divide. The need for inclusive and transformative technology and digital education is therefore crucial for a sustainable future. Women's empowerment equips and allows women to redefine gender roles. As such, women were not, really equal to men in most of the societies, but now it's getting better. And these days, even the countries are respected according to the respect they give to their women. Where the countries have deprived women of their rights, these countries are not respected worldwide. Women's empowerment equips and allows women to redefine gender roles, which in turn may allow them more freedom to pursue desired goals. Now we add this digitalization to kickstart this process, as you know, that digitalization is necessary. I would like to draw your attention to a very, very interesting coincidence. That is the fact that COVID has forced all of us, men or women, to adapt to digital technology. Smartphones became a necessity for both men and women, especially school-going children. So this is how digitalization entered our society for the better, and women are also equally equipped with them. Relating to the digital process, I would say it's very interesting. ଆମ ଘରେ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ସବୁ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ladies, I find they are more savvy in the digital equipment than me. They are more, familiar with how to sort of manipulate things, Bluetooth and all. They are just talking like that, and when I don't even use that at all. So this is catching up in our society, which is good. Relating to us, we have to always relate our present to our history or our whatever the base was. And if we go back to our roots and talk about ancient texts like Rigveda, Upanishads and Puranas, we find that women were having a better way of life, which includes non-discriminating behavior in every sphere of life. They worship, they do work, they earn for the family, and many more. The evidence from Indus Valley cultures, civilization, one of the earliest civilizations of humankind, has also indicated about the matriarchal culture and the powerful status of women in society from that time. Women were enjoying their rights. Culture was an example of secular society. It was not a mere superficial stature of women as power or Shakti. It was more of an equal distribution of rights and duties. This is interesting. Even in God's cabinet, we had the best portfolios. Okay? Finance was with K. Lakshmi. Education was with, this you must tell me, K. Saraswati, very good. And defense, when all the men failed, कहाँ को डाकी थिले एबे से पूजा का जाइछि Durga, you see. And in addition to that, Vidushis like Gargi, Maitreyi have written many sutras. But something happened later leading to severe deprivation, lowering the status of women. Coming to the present situation, I would like to say that we have made considerable progress in our country. Women have succeeded in every sphere, apart from education, science and technical fields. There is considerable presence even in the military. Air Force has 13.7% women officers, followed by Navy 6% and 4% in Army. Maybe because of the combat and all direct, there are less there. And recently you must have heard, must have seen on TV, Group Captain Shalija Dhami has broken all barriers in becoming the first lady to head a front-line combat unit in our western sector. So the sky is the limit and women are not restricted in any way. However, if we look at our society, things are not good at all as far as I am concerned, especially in our country. There are severe gaps which have to be taken care of if we want real women empowerment in our state and country. I will concentrate on some of the gaps with examples from our own society which is applicable to the country as a whole. Several years ago, there was the case of Thanas Kunji from Mangamunda village in Western Odisha. I was there in Western Odisha and this was international news. TV groups from different countries came to photograph that village and see the situation. Why was it international news? Not for good things, but for something which we are ashamed of. This became international news relating to poverty in Odisha. Ame kete garibo seta semane janile. I had, like others, felt sorry for Panita because she was sold by her sister-in-law Vanita to an old man for rupees 100. 100 टंकार से बिकी देइथिले से झियो सेटा जो बिकी देइथिले ऑफ कोर्स आमे समस्त से विषय बहुत खराब भाबिथिलु. Then what happened is I had a shock of my life which I want to share with you. कारण आमर एबे तो सेटा एते हो नहीं 10-15 वर्ष तले आमर बहुत इलेक्ट्रिक शेडिंग लोड शेडिंग होता राति तो लोड शेडिंग हुए मो कौन करे मो रेडियोटा को धरिकी पलाए छात को वो रेडियो आई एम रेडियो लिसनर इवन नाउ आई स्टार्ट विथ मॉर्निंग न्यूज एंड एंड विथ मिडनाइट नाइट न्यूज एट 10 सेतबेले हठात जने रिपोर्टर सी कहले कि मु आसी इंटरव्यू करने को फानस पुंजी जी कि बनिता द्वारा बिक्री कर देते तो फानस पुंजी विषय कथबार्ता है सागर कथबार्ता गले सी गोटे प्रश्न पचारे फानस पुंजी को तुम नणंद 100 टंकार तुमको बिकिदेला तुमको केमती लगिला द आंसर यू नो इवन एक ही कहले भी मो आखिरे लुह आसी जाऊँगी से कहला बाबू मु भारी खुशी हो गली माय गॉड खुशी हो गलु ना हाँ आज्ञा से 4-5 दिन थे मत भात गंडे मिलूला ये कौन कि सबुदिन मत भात मिल से जो मु खुशी हो गली यू सी व्हाट स्टेट ऑफ वुमेन आमर ए लेडी मान कह जाए द ब्रेन डेड लेडीज कारण मुंडे किसी ना केमती खावा गंडे पाइबे. There are several brain dead ladies still in our society and we have to do something by networking and all. किंतु ये जो खाद्य सिक्योरिटी प्रोग्राम गुड़ा आरंभ होइछि both national and state level, I think that is very good for us and I hope that there will be no fanas punjis in our society anymore. Then I come to battered women. कितने दिन आप देखुं टीवी हाईलाइट हो खबर कागज हजबैंड्स बीटिंग द वाइफ्स टू डेथ किए हैक करके मारदेला किए छुरी बुझीदेला. सो दिस इज रियली नॉट ए गुड साइन फॉर ए सिविलाइज्ड सोसाइटी. एंड आज का कथा मुझे टुडे आई रेड ए न्यूज़ पेपर आज का न्यूज़ पेपर जाने newlywed killed for dowry issues and you know के झीटी बाहर है आसी ससुर घर को ताको से माने मारी पिटी पिटी के मार देइछो कारण से डाउरी नहीं के आसी नथिला. So these are some of the real drawbacks to our society and we have to look at it. Then I'll come to something, the plight of underprivileged girls. Again, I'm giving you examples because it is more interesting. Another Tanami Monica, a teenager from Parampur. Say Jiati, very good student. Say पढ़ी सी +2 गला पर क्लास को ता बापा माँ दी जन जाक होचन लेबरर मुलिया मुलिया सी 100 टका मांगला कहला मत देले मो कलम आउ खाता टे बापा माँ कहले जे हम पाखे 100 टका भी नहीं. शी हैज सो मच प्राइड इन हरसेल्फ. कॉलेज जा बदल रे कारण से जाई परिबनी विदाउट दिस शी कमिटेड सुइसाइड. मोर एठी प्रश्न होची जे तार कोन नेबर केई नथिले कि ता टीचर माने कोन जानि नथिले तर अवस्था कि ता संग माने कोन जानि नथिले एमती डिस्कनेक्शन कहीं होची हम सोसाइटी रे. आगे रे मोर मन अछि इवन मो कटक सहर जन्म होती से बढ़ी कटक सहरटा भी गोटे गाँ भाया बड़ गाँ समस्ते समस्त जानी किए जदि किसी असुविधा पड़ा किए बाहर आसिक असुविधा पड़ी समस्ते हेल्प करते. सो देयर वाज दैट कम्युनिटी हेल्प. एठी देखते आम सोसाइटी इज फ्रैगमेंटिंग. जदि ता क्लासमेट कई जापारे टीचर मैंने जापारे से झील चलीगला समथिंग हैज टू बी डन फॉर दिस अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड चिल्ड्रन. मुझे जाने जे बहुत प्रकार सहायता दिया होती किंतु एगुड़ा सब इज बियॉन्ड दैट. Then I will come to something which is even worse. and these are called by our Nobel laureate Amartya Sen as the missing women. We are familiar with all the rapes which is being conducted in sex determining labs, indicative of still dominant mentality against the girls before they are born in pursuit of a male child. And unfortunately, this continues even today. So this kind of mindset will never get us anywhere. And this is totally against womanhood, and we cannot pay any respect, or will not be respected for this. As a matter of fact, internationally we are known for it. It is highlighted that this is the male children. Okay? I find that this audience is male boys. So naturally, parents must have been very happy if we take it in a common stance and we take it with humor. ପୁଅଟି ଜନ୍ମ ହେଲେ ପ୍ରକୃତରେ ଏବେ ବି ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି ଆମର ଯେଉଁ ବନ୍ଧୁବାନ୍ଧବମାନଙ୍କ ଛୁଆଟିଏ ହୁଏ ସେ ଆସିକି ଆଜ୍ଞା ତାର ପୁଅ ହେଇଛି, ଆଉ ଝିଅଟିଏ ଯଦି ହେଇଥିବ ଆସି କହିବେ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଝିଅଟିଏ ହେଇଛି. ଆମ society we are all party to this kind of unfortunate situation. Lastly, I will come to something the most important, I would say, the real empowerment which enables women to participate in the decision-making bodies. While we are celebrating Amrit Mahotsav, 75 years independence, we are still debating on 30% quotas for women, but even then they cannot agree. So this is a sad situation. The quota विषय कहले भी आमर तो 50% टू बेसी झील ये quota हम 30% दबा को एपर्यंत से माने they have not finalized. Very few are opting for politics in our country. That means girls, which is a matter of concern. This is really bad. In the meantime, in the last few decades, there has been a dramatic rise in the presence of women in other countries. With effective affirmative action, women are well integrated in higher positions. When I went to USA in the 60s, I hardly saw women in top positions. But with women's emancipation, affirmative actions, see now, Kamala Harris is the Vice President of the United States, the greatest country we have as far as the democracy is concerned. And that too, Kamala Harris is the daughter of immigrants. ସେମାନେ ଦେଖିଲେ ନାହିଁ ଯେ ସେ ୟୁରୋପରୁ ଆସି କୋଉଠି, but irrespective of her origin, they voted for us because they have a system where argument କରିକି ସେମାନେ presentation କରିବେ. They have to go and make presentation of what they are going to do. They will face the audience will grill them, and it is televised everywhere. ସମସ୍ତେ ସେଗୁଡ଼ା ଦେଖିବେ ଆଉ ଦେଖନ୍ତି ବି. ମୁଁ ତ ବେଳେବେଳେ ଏଠି ରହିକରି ବି I watch that because it's a revelation. And then I know Nikki Haley, another lady of Indian descent in US. She was the governor of New Orleans, in a big state. And now she has already declared that she will be a candidate for president. Then we come to our country and see. କାହିଁକି ଆମର ଝିଅମାନେ ଆଉ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସ ପ୍ରତି ଆଗ୍ରହ ଦେଖାଉନାହାନ୍ତି, ସେଇଟା ଆମ ପାଇଁ କିଛି ଶୁଭ ଲକ୍ଷଣ ନୁହଁ, as far as I am concerned. Because qualified people should go to our decision-making bodies, irrespective of their sex. କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମ ଝିଅମାନେ ଆମର ସେ ଯାଉନାହାନ୍ତି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ naturally we see more males in there. Then there is a international called GDM. There, every country is assessed. This is known as Gender Empowered Measure, GM. Women hold less in positions in our country. And our country comes to be very, very pathetic in the legislators all over India. Only 10% women. Then we go to parliament, only 20% women. So the whole world is pointing out us. And there's in this GEM where world is rating all these countries. We are way below, much below many of the African countries which got their independence much later. So something is going wrong. There has to be some affirmative action by the people, irrespective of the sex, so that more women come to this political field where the real power lies. Power doesn't lie anywhere else in the democracy. So on the occasion of International Women's Week, I have tried to identify some areas which need attention for uniform empowerment of women at all levels in our society. Now I come to myself. He was very kind enough to give superlatives to all my achievements or whatever I have done. Not achievement, things which has come to me. I will come to my personal experience. You see, my parents were freedom fighters, and both my mother and father. So they never put any restriction in our family, whether we are a boy or a girl. So that was to begin with. Then Odissi dance बढ़िया करी कहले जो इंटरव्यू रे देखी छथि नाचटा थिला कण की बढ़िया करी कहे कण सलज गाए जो कहले सलज गाए माने जा टिके लज्जा अछि सम सेम से दे सिंग नेक्स्ट हां निर्लज बाय निर्लज जी अछि जे माने नो लेस शेम दे सिंग and अति अलाजुक नाच को जाए. That means the shameless of all the dance. ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆମ ସୋସାଇଟିରେ aristocratic society dance was a taboo. But you see something happened. ମୁଁ ଯେଉଁ କହିଲି କଟକଟା ଗୋଟେ ଗାଁ ଭଳିଆ ଥିଲା କିଏ ଆସିଲେ ହଇରାଣ ହେଲେ ଜଣେ ନୃତ୍ୟ ଗୁରୁ ଆସିକି କଲିକତାରୁ ପହଞ୍ଚିଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ନାଁ ବନବିହାରୀ ମାଇତି. I have said it in many interviews. ସେ ଲୋକମାନେ ଜାଣିଲେ ଯେ ସିଏ ବିଚାରା ଖାଇବାକୁ ପାଉନାହାନ୍ତି. ସେ ଜାଣିନଥିଲେ ଯେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଝିଅମାନେ ନାଚ ଶିଖନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ. ଏଇଟା ବେଙ୍ଗଲ ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ ୱାଜ୍ ଦେୟାର ନା ରବୀନ୍ଦ୍ରନାଥ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଇନଫ୍ଲୁଏନ୍ସରେ ବେଙ୍ଗଲୀ ଗର୍ଲସ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଡାନ୍ସ ମ୍ୟୁଜିକ୍ ଅଲ୍ କାଇଣ୍ଡସ୍ ଅଫ୍ କଲଚରାଲ୍ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟିଜ୍. ସେଥିରୁ ଆମ ବାପା କେତେଜଣଙ୍କ ବାପାମାନେ ଠିକ୍ କଲେ ଲୋକଟା ଏତେ ହଇରାଣ ହେଉଛି ତାକୁ ସେ ନାଚ ଯାହା ହଉ ପଛକେ ଯେଉଁମାନଙ୍କର ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ଝିଅ ଥିଲେ ସେଥିରୁ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଦେଲେ ସେ ଆସିକି ନାଚ ଶିଖଉ. ମୋ ମନେ ଅଛି ବନବିହାରୀ ମାଇତି ଆସନ୍ତି ଘୁଙ୍ଗୁର କିଣିକି ଆଣିଲେ ଗୋଟେ ତବଲା ଆଣିଲେ. ମୁଁ ଏକଦମ ଭୀଷଣ ମାନେ ମତର ଦୁଃଖ ସେତେବେଳେ କାରଣ ସେଟା ମୁଁ ଖେଳିବା ଟାଇମ୍. ମୁଁ ଟଣା ହେଇକିରି ହପ୍ତାକୁ ଦୁଇଥର ଆସେ ସେ ଦିନ କରେ ଏମିତି ଦେଖ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂଲି 3 ଜଣ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲିରେ ନାଚ ଶିଖା ହେଲା ଆରିଷ୍ଟୋକ୍ରାଟିକ୍ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲିରେ. ଜଣେ ହେଲେ ଜଷ୍ଟିସ୍ ହରିମୋହନ ମହାପାତ୍ରଙ୍କ ଝିଅ ମିନି ନାନୀ ଯିଏକି ରଙ୍ଗନାଥ ମହାପାତ୍ର ଯିଏ ସୁପ୍ରିମକୋର୍ଟର ଚିଫ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟିସ୍ ତାଙ୍କ ୱାଇଫ୍ ହେଲେ. ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ହେଲେ ମିନିଅପା ଯିଏକି ଡକ୍ଟର ମିନତି ମିଶ୍ର who has contributed significantly our dance culture. She was the principal of ଉତ୍କଳ ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ମହାବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟ. and then me. ଆମ 3 ଜଣଙ୍କ ନାଁ ଥିଲା ମିନି. ସେଥିପାଇଁ we became famous as ତିନି ମିନିସ୍ in Cuttack. ଆଉ ଆମେମାନେ ବି ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ନାଚିବୁ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ନାଚଟା ଖରାପ କରି ଖାଉଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ ଆଗ୍ରହ ସହିତ ଆସିଲେ. ଅନ୍ୟ ଅଭିଭାବକମାନେ ବି ଏଇମାନଙ୍କୁ ନେଇକି ନାଚ ଶିଖେଇଲେ. ଏମିତି ଅବସ୍ଥା ହେଲା ତମେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରିବନି. ସେତେବେଳେ ନାଚଟା ଏତେ ଆଦୃତ ହେଲା ଅନ୍ୟ ଗୁରୁମାନେ ନାଚ ସେତେବେଳେ ଥିଏଟରରେ ହେଉଥିଲା ଯାତ୍ରାରେ ହେଉଥିଲା. ନୃତ୍ୟ ଗୁରୁମାନେ ସବୁ ନାଚ ଗୁରୁ ତମେ ମାଷ୍ଟର ଏଇକିନା ସମସ୍ତେ ଗୁରୁ. ଏନିୱେ ସେମାନେ ଆସିକି ଶିଖେଇଲେ. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ସଭା ଆନାଉନ୍ସମେଣ୍ଟ ସେମାନେ କରିବେ ସଭା ଶେଷରେ ନୃତ୍ୟ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ ହେବ ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତେ ରହୁଥିଲେ କେବଳ ନାଚଟା ଦେଖିବା ପାଇଁ. ସୋ ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ୍ ହାଉ ହରିହର ମହାପାତ୍ର ତାଙ୍କ ନିଜ ଆତ୍ମଜୀବନୀରେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ 3 ମିନି एरुंदी बंध डेईकि सम्भ्रांत वंशर एरुंदी बंध डेईकि नृत्य जगत प्रवेश कले दैट लेड टू द एस्टाब्लिशमेंट डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ओडिसी दिस इज ट्रू कारण आमर पेरेंट्स मानकर मीन्स थिला से माने आनिकरी भल सिंगर मानू आम सागरे संगत करिया को डाकिले बापा हरिया मायाधर मान सिंह वाज अ ग्रेट फ्रेंड ऑफ माय फादर सी आसिक गीत सब देले तू एगुड़ा नाच ये धीरे धीरे it became very sort of sophisticated and rich लोक मानकर आग्रह बढ़ला से माने नाच शिखिले विभिन्न जिनस आसिक पसला ओडिसी कंपिटिशन गुरु मानक भीतर हला हो जल्दी एमती तीनटा स्ट्रीम रे ओडिसी डेवलप कला गोटे हला केडुसा महापात्र गोटे गुरु पंकज चरण दास हुई से केडुसा का छात्र गुरु से आउ देवप्रसाद दास सो वी हैव 3 स्ट्रीम्स ऑफ ओडिसी all over the Odisha. And you see, ମୁଁ ଯାଇଥିଲି 1954 ମସିହାରେ this is history. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଇଣ୍ଟର ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି ୟୁଥ୍ ଫେଷ୍ଟିଭାଲ ମୌଲାନା ଅବୁଲ କଲାମ ଆଜାଦ ଥିଲେ ଏଜୁକେଶନ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର. He said we must have some cultural festivals and we should bring the students of different universities together so that they can interact. ମୁଁ ସେତେବେଳେ ଯାଇଥିଲି ମୋତେ କାଳିଆ ବଗରିଆ ନାଁଟା ପଠେଇ ଦେଇଥିଲେ କ୍ଲାସିକାଲ ଡାନ୍ସରେ ସେଠି ଗଲା ପରେ କହିଲେ ଓଡ଼ିଶୀ ନାଁ ଆମେ ଜୀବନରେ ଶୁଣିନୁ ତୁ ନାଚିପାରିବୁନି କ'ଣ ସେ ପାଠ ସେଠି କହିଲା ହଉ ସେ ନାଚି ଦେଉ ଯାହା ହବ ଏଠି ନାହିଁ ଡାନ୍ସ ଚାର୍ଲସ ଫାବ୍ରି ବୋଲି ଜଣେ ଥିଲେ ସେଠି ଆର୍ଟ କ୍ରିଟିକ୍ ସେ ତାପରେ ଦେଖିଲେ ସେ ଯାହା ନାଚିଲାଟା ଟୋଟାଲି କ୍ଲାସିକାଲ ଡାନ୍ସ ବାଧ୍ୟ ହେଇକି ମୋତେ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରାଇଜ୍ ଦେଲେ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ଦ ଫାଉଣ୍ଡେସନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଓଡ଼ିଶୀ. ମୁଁ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ସେଇ ଯେଉଁ ଚାର୍ଲସ ଫାବ୍ରି ଲେଖିଥିଲେ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ 1954 5th of November जोटा कलमटा लिखिथिले स्टेट्समैन रे दैट इज द फर्स्ट टाइम ओडिसी फाइंड्स अ प्लेस इन इंग्लिश इन एनी न्यूज़पेपर एनी मीडिया ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड मते से आर्टिकलटा खोजिया पाई 15 वर्ष लागि गला एंड आई हैव लोकेटेड इट जो भाई आपन को देछि कंट्रोल्स ऑफ माय लाइफ I have given it in that because it is historical records. तापर धीरे धीरे आम नाचटा देखिकी समस्त आकृष्ट हेले आम नाचटा टी अलग कहले मंदिर गागर भूतरे समस्त कहती कि से आम लगे जमी तुम सब स्टाच्यू गुड़ाक आसिक स्टेज नाच एंड म्यूजिक इज परफेक्ट बढ़िया म्यूजिक से वर्तमान ओडिसी इज द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग क्लासिकल डांस ऑफ इंडिया. It has reached every corner in the world. तम यूरोप की जाइए और भीतर की जब जी कॉलेज देखियो और लुक एट इट सेठी सब ओडिसी नाच स्कूल अच्छे एंड इट इज नॉट रन बाय ओडियास और समथिंग से ही देशर पिला माने आसिक हमरे भी सिखिकरी जाहि से सिखौछ so it is the real माने glorification of our culture and therefore Odisha in a way has provided a cultural input into the international scale. से नाच हिस्सा तो कहली मो विषय से ही नाचिली नाचिकी कौन है कि बहुत चैलेंजेस आसला बहुत प्रकार फाइनाली मुझे देखिली जो मैंने सब आसुँच नाच विषय बही सब लिखा आरम्भ कर लिखला तो से कौन इंटरप्रिटर पर डिपेंड करेंगे बही सर बाध्य मो आम झील मिसिकी फर्स्ट ओडिसी बहीटा लिखी इट प्रोवाइड्स एवरीथिंग पिलाने तुमने नाच शिख के आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट दैट यू शुड गो एंड एटलीस्ट लुक एट द बुक ता फ्रंट रे जो अच्छी आम लिजेंडरी गुरु केळचरण महापात्र तापर मु आसबी मोर कैरियर दैट इज मोर इंटरेस्टिंग मत कहली नो रेस्ट्रिक्शन म्यूजिक मोर मैट्रिकुलेशन रे म्यूजिक ऑप्शनल था I did surprisingly well somehow. से आम घर मोर अजा थे डाक्टर he had retired as the medical superintendent of SCS medical college. तो मामू कहले ये तो भल पढ़ुची ये कहीं ISC देदेले डाक्टर नहीं मोर भी टी इंटरेस्ट है मुझे रेवनश्वर आई स्टडी ISC at that time there was no restriction. एबे माने 25 ना 40 वर्ष पर गोटे नुआ जो एजुकेशन रूल करिसंती दिस इज वेयर सेम थिंग इज देयर जे जो स्ट्रीम रू आसले भी तुम साइंस पढ़ी पार जड़े फ्रेंच फिलोसोफर कहते द मोर यू चेंज द मोर यू रिमेन द सेम द मोर यू चेंज द मोर यू रिमेन द सेम दिस इज द सिचुएशन इन दैट when I come to my administrative career I was interviewing IAS interview for UPSC I got a phone call from the government house the madam you have been selected as the vice chancellor of Sambalpur University would you join so at that time there was no lady who bhabuti nathile se tum kela mu tale puche tike କେତେ ଜଣଙ୍କଠୁ I consulted them and I କହିଲେ ନାହିଁ you accept it you accept ନ କଲେ ଲେଡି ପ୍ରଫେସର ମାନେ କହିଲେ ସେମାନେ କହିବେ ଝିଅମାନେ ଡରି ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି they don't want to be vice chancellor so I accepted ଦେଖିଲା ତ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି ସବୁଠୁ most troublesome ସେଠି ଗଲାବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ କଥା incumbent channel incumbent panel ସେଠି ସବୁ ଲେଖା ହେଇଥାଏ ଇଏ ଯେତେ ଇଏ ସେତେରୁ ସେତେ ସବୁ କକ୍ଷରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି ନାହିଁ केटा कुआडे गला ना आगे 25 वर्ष रे 33 जन लोक आसिले आम का ना ले आपण को आरंभ कर ना दिस इज अ गुड ट्रेडिशन मोर भी लिखा हो सब कुछ दिवस से लेके तो दिस इज द वे किंतु कोन हो सेठी गला परे यू कैन इमेजिन माय कंडीशन एंड देयर कंडीशन अच्छा गोटे भी लेडी सेठी चाकरी कर नथला इट ऑल मेन अफेयर तो मोर जो पर्सनल भी कई आसिस्ट करिया कई नथिले ना घरे ना सेठी so the first thing I did I temporary appointment देली to a lady helper in my house ये सब समस्या हला से माने भी तो उत्खित हो जाती किछि पई ताके मुंडरे के पुरे के थला जे वाइस चांसलर राजी गेले तम दरबाटा पड़ी नो आईडिया अबाउट फाइनेंस एंड ऑल बड़ा आसंती हम सब घेराव करंती करंती तापरे पळेबे ताकर थिला गोटे बढ़िया कथा से कहते वेस्टर्न ओडिशा रे किए अछंती इज एनीबॉडी फ्रॉम देयर ओके कहबे लेडी के ना का करबा एटा गोटे लेडी ना आम तो किछि कहि परिबनी ना दे हैव सो मच मोरल रिस्पांसिबिलिटी यू सी माने वाइस चांसलर डाउन वाइस चांसलर पढ़ा है नेवर अटर्ड ए वर्ड इन अ derogatory for which I respect these people. They may not be very highly educated, but they are happy to be really educated very well. They know how the institution builder. I have friends all over India, and my friend was the director of the Museum of Natural History, Delhi. ମୁଁ ଥରେ ଗଲା ବେଳେ ସେ କହିଲା ଯେ ପ୍ରିୟମ୍ବଦା ଗୋଟେ କଥା କରି ମୁଁ କ'ଣ ନା ଆମେ ସବୁ ରିଜନାଲ ମ୍ୟୁଜିୟମ୍ ପାଇଁ proposal आसुची आम कहूँ कैन यू गो एंड चीफ योर DTS चीफ मिनिस्टर एंड रिक्वेस्ट हिम टू सेंड इट इन अ proposal for opening that he will offer free land and you can open the regional museum of natural history. This is like a dream come true. As I said, my parents were freedom fighters, so I had access to all chief ministers. मुगल मोहन जो प्रपोजल नहीं करता कौन बोले कहले म्यूजियम नेचुरल हिस्ट्री सो आई ड्रोव माय ओन कार से पार्टी ऑफिस रे से कहले गोटे प्रपोजल करी आन विश्वास करबनी पिलाने प्रपोजल करी मु नेली नेला परे ही राइट्स मोरी आगे डियर नीड मनी मुगल डियर नीड मनी माने लोग जानि नो कि नीलमणि राउत रे काली जॉइन कर एज द मिनिस्टर ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट एंड फॉरेस्ट These are coincidences. So naturally, eta gola pare Neelamani Rautara was there, and then we had a very dynamic private secretary. Museum of Natural History ta hechi Bhubaneswar, please go and see. And I insisted this a building of Kalingan architecture. It looks like a temple, and it is very very popular, very crowded. School manku ta they have to book. So please go and see the Museum of Natural History in Bhubaneswar. It has wonderful collection. Amar a museum going habit nathila, but it developed. So that was one thing which happened through me because I had friends and love. Then so therefore Last thing to the Koivi, which is a confession pillar, you cannot believe it. I'm a so there is a discrimination. See, I have never faced any discrimination as a woman. As a matter of fact, I'll confess publicly, I have got all the help because I am a woman. ବୁଝିଲ ମୋ ଝିଅ ପିଲା ବୋଲି ମୋତେ ଯେତେ ସୁଯୋଗ ମିଳିଛି ମୋ ପୁଅ ପିଲା ହିଁ କେମିତି ମିଳିଥାନ୍ତା ତ ଆମ୍ କନଫିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଦେର୍ ଇଜ୍ ନୋ ବ୍ୟାରିୟର୍ ଇନ୍ ଆୱାର ସୋସାଇଟି ଆଉ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଭେରି ଗ୍ରେଟଫୁଲ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ପିପୁଲ୍ ହାଭ୍ ସୋ ମଚ୍ ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଫର୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ତମେ କ'ଣ କାହା ଘର କେଉଁ କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ କେଉଁଠି କ'ଣ କିଛି ନାହିଁ they respect you if you are there and you can be yourself and convince people what you are. So, more finally, it is a book which is most read all over the world. It is known as The Alchemist. It is written by a Brazilian writer called Paul Coelho. If you have not read it, please go to the library. I hope there are translations, you can read it. Paul Coelho, South America, Spain under the Tila. That way they all, speak Spanish. But Brazil was under Portuguese. Therefore in Brazil, their language is Portuguese. So this book was written in Portuguese. And a French gentleman picked up this book and translated. It hit the whole world. If you really sincerely want anything in the world, I repeat, if you really sincerely want anything in the world, the whole world will conspire to get it to you. The whole world will conspire to get it to you. This is the dictum. I think in my case, this is true. Thank you very much. Wonderful to come here and meet the chairman who is respected and I respect at least him very much for establishing such beautiful institutions in our state and giving all of your opportunities from all over India to come here and hope you will utilize your time in getting really educated and think about the society and do something for the institution also. With these words, I thank you very much and blessings to the students. Thank you very much.